Dear learners, I welcome you all to the HAR module on Institutional Management for Entrepreneurship. We will focus on Unit 2, Entrepreneurial Ecosystem and Business Incubation. This is part 1 of the video series on the topic Entrepreneurial Ecosystem and Ecosystem at National Level. The contents of the presentation are an introduction to entrepreneurial ecosystem, ecosystem at national level, micro, small and medium enterprises, and government initiatives for promotion of entrepreneurial ecosystems. Entrepreneurial ecosystem, as proposed by Mason and Brown, entrepreneurial ecosystem is defined as a set of interconnected entrepreneurial actors, entrepreneurial organizations, institutions and entrepreneurial processes which formally and informally coalesce to connect, mediate and govern the performance within the local entrepreneurial environment. The main objective of entrepreneurial ecosystem is the creation of favorable environmental conditions for the support of innovation, for creation of firms and employment opportunities for a specific geographical region. The various domains of entrepreneurial ecosystem include the policy, the finance, culture, support system, human capital and the markets available in that particular area. Now, entrepreneurial ecosystem or entrepreneurship ecosystem has received a great importance in the present times by the government, private and public enterprises, communities and universities who now understand and recognize the potential of the importance of policies, institutions, programs and processes that promote entrepreneurship activities, innovation, productivity and growth in the employment opportunities. Now, dear learners, let us understand the ecosystem at our national level. As per report of World Economic Forum 2015, India has the third largest entrepreneurial ecosystem. A number of new companies have been formed lately. The prevalent ecosystem was triggered by the deregulation in the 1990s, which enabled the foreign multinational enterprises, which we call as MNEs, to start their businesses in our country. With the advent of MNEs, the local companies also felt the pressure, which led to an increase in competition and overall quality improvement. Further, this time period also witnessed a steep rise in the Indian software services companies like the Wipro, TCS and Infosys, which emerged as the new superpowers. This was enabled by the availability of low-cost labor and reliable and consistent connectivity, which helped in the remote provisioning of software and software-enabled services. For the economic development of any country, the micro, small and medium enterprises, which we call as MSME sector, plays an important role. Now, MSME is crucial and an important institution which is responsible for the creation of job opportunities and for innovation. It has been registered that the generation of employment per investment is higher for MSME when compared to the larger enterprises. The growth of MSME is crucial for the growth of economy and for creation of the job opportunities. Some of the main developments which have enabled the growth of MSME sector in our country are an increase in the younger workforce, an increase in domestic demand, an increase in middle class population with good savings. That means now they have a capability to spend, which means buying of more materials, that means manufacturing of more materials, an increase in the infrastructure investments, the coming of smart cities, knowledge based and technology based infrastructure projects, various industrial corridors, foreign direct investment inflows, huge technology penetration with the increase in internet users, 4.0 industrial revolution and better formulation of the policy reforms. All these have helped in the growth of the MSME sector in our country. As per the new definition of MSME as on July 1st, 2020, the micro, small and medium scale industries has been changed. Now, the micro enterprises are those in which the investment in the plant, machinery or equipment is up to a maximum of 1 crore and the turnover is up to a maximum of 5 crore. And the small enterprises are those in which the plant and machinery or equipment investment is up to maximum of rupees 10 crore and turnover is up to maximum of rupees 50 crore. And as per the new definition, we call the medium enterprises as those plant and machinery or equipment in which the investment is up to a maximum of rupees 50 crore and the turnover we obtain is a maximum of rupees 250 crore. Now, various schemes under the Ministry of MSME for the promotion of new entrepreneurs are credit and financial assistance, skill development and training, infrastructure support, technology upgradation, procurement and marketing support which we call as the PMS support scheme, entrepreneurship and skill development program. Now, apart from this, there are other various government initiatives which have been taken by the government of India in order to create a supportive ecosystem for the promotion of entrepreneurial ventures. Some of these are Make in India, Stand Up India, Digital India, National Policy for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship and the Startup India program. Now, we will learn these or we will understand these various initiatives. The first one is Make in India. Make in India scheme was launched in the year 2014 with an aim to make India a global manufacturing hub by encouraging the companies to invest in the sector. The initiative is led by the Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. The main objective of the initiative is not only to attract foreign investments, but also to boost the domestic industries to contribute in the manufacturing sector, which will further enhance the growth rate and will also lead to an increase in the employment opportunities. The government took various initiatives to promote and provide a favorable ecosystem to do business in the country through this scheme. Some features of Make in India are complete online system for various environment clearances, filling of income tax returns and provisions of extension of validity of industrial licenses up to 3 years. For most of the sectors, the foreign direct investment limits have been increased by the government, protecting intellectual property rights of inventors, creators and innovators through infrastructural upgradation and by the usage of state-of-the-art technology. Second initiative, that is the Stand Up India initiative, was launched in the year 2015. It is intended for the promotion of entrepreneurship among women and persons belonging to scheduled caste and tribes. So, the basic function of this Stand Up India was to promote the entrepreneurship where it is lagging. It is lagging within the women, within ST and also to encourage entrepreneurship among the youth of the country. Some key features of this scheme include loans for the greenfield projects. The greenfield projects means the first time venture of the beneficiary in the sector of manufacturing, service or trading. Provisions of providing of bank loans with amounts ranging from 10 lakhs to 1 crore. The only condition in this case is that these loans will be provided if at least one person is belonging to either scheduled caste, scheduled tribe or is a woman. So, these loans will be provided to only them. In case of a non-individual company where a group is involved, the condition to be satisfied is that the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe or woman entrepreneur should be having at least 51% of the shareholding stake. Only then these provisions are provided. Another initiative of Government of India is the Digital India. Digital India initiative aims to make services available to every citizen through online platform. Digital India initiative aims at connecting the rural areas through digital infrastructure, creation of business opportunity for startups, promotion of e-commerce companies into India's rural market. There are basically 9 pillars of Digital India. These pillars are, the first one is called broadband highways. Broadband highway means availability of broadband for all the rural as well as urban population and national information infrastructure. Second pillar is the universal access to phones. It means enhanced network coverage. Next one is the public internet access program, which is to make the post offices multi-service centers. E-governance, reforming government through technology. This pillar involves re-engineering through IT for the overall improvement in transactions and electronic databases to convert the manual mode into electronic. That means trying to convert the modes into the digital modes. These includes like applying for online applications instead of the hard copies, the online tracking system, interface between departments, usage of online repositories like school certificates, voter ID cards, etc. That means to go for digitization of all these. Then e-Kranti, electronic delivery of services. It includes the electronic education. Dear learners, we are saying today we are having e-education in this pandemic area, and then we have electronic healthcare, technology for various applications like using this technology for planning, farming, for security purposes as well as for financial inclusion. Next pillar is information for all. It includes introducing online information and documentation, that is engagement of the government through the social media and web-based platforms, using online means for communications. That means the communication between the government officials and the citizens of the country. This should also be through the online messagings and through the various online platforms. Next one is the electronic manufacturing, whose main aim is to target and to minimize the imports. IT for jobs. IT for job includes training the people, especially in the rural areas and in smaller towns and villages, for the IT sector jobs. We are aware that there are number of IT sector jobs. However, there is requirement that the people living in the rural areas and smaller towns, they need to be trained so that they get the opportunity for doing these IT jobs. Early harvest program. This program involves proper IT platform for messages. That means provisions of the government greetings, which should be e-greetings, and attendance to be biometric to ensure accountability through authorized delivery of government services. So, trying to digitize all these modes. The next important policy is National Policy for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. The National Policy for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship is based on the government policy of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. The intent of this policy on skill development 2015 is to meet the challenge of quality skilling. The main aim of the policy is to link the skill development to enhanced employability opportunities and increased productivity. That means to provide skill and to connect this skill development to the employment opportunities. Some of the objectives of this policy are to safeguard the quality vocational training for both the youth as well as the employers, to integrate the skill training with the formal education, to ensure outcomes based approach for skill development, to enhance the quality of infrastructure for both training and the trainers. It is required that there should be alignment of skilled worker with the requirements of the industry. The establishment of IT-based information system for aligning the demand and supply of skilled personnel. Promotion of national standards through active involvement of the employers for setting up various occupational standards for curriculum improvement and development, including the assessment and providing employment opportunities to the skilled workforce, to ensure the skill development of the socially and geographically disadvantaged workforce as well as to the women. The next initiative is the Startup India. Startup India is a flagship initiative of the Indian government to catalyze the startup culture and build a robust ecosystem for the promotion of innovation and entrepreneurship. Launched by the Government of India in the year 2016, the Startup India initiated a number of programs to support entrepreneurship and to build a strong startup ecosystem. Some of the key features offered by this Startup India are compliance easier exit processes for startups which fail. We are aware, learners, that a number of startups fail in the starting period only. So, easier exit processes have been provided through this Startup India. Providing legal support system to help in fast tracking of patent applications, and there is a dedicated website for dissemination of the information. Development of national level incubator network, exemptions on income tax for the eligible startups as well as exemptions on the capital gains tax for the eligible startups. Startup fests and easy exit policy, a fund of funds for induction of capital, and also a credit guarantee scheme is included in this Startup India. In addition to this, a dedicated website titled Startup India Portal is one of the initiatives under this scheme. It is known to be a single largest online platform for startups and entrepreneurs which connect them to other startups and key stakeholders like the investors, mentors and incubators. The aim of the portal is to provide entrepreneurs with necessary information and important online resources. The fund of funds schemes has also been launched in order to overcome the major problem of access to risk capital faced by the new enterprises. For more content, kindly refer to the e-content of this unit. Thanks.